Hello, this is Tere Joyce with Freedom of Joyce, and well, that's not Tere Joyce. That's Stephanie Lopez, and she is 18 years old. She was in the Bank of America protest, and she was arrested. And so we'd like her to tell give us our story. Her story.
My story.
Yes, your story.
So it all started 2 days before we got to Bank of America. It was a group of us who had planned out the purpose was to expand from this occupation to the Bank of America Plaza. So it was planned out with at least 15 people. We tried to keep it low key so that the cops didn't become involved, and eventually it was spread to the people that it was meant to be exposed to, so that we could set up tents at the Bank of America Plaza after the second march that would take place on the 17th. And so it worked out perfectly. It was like a 007 kind of thing. It was beautiful. We planned to have a group of people get into like 3 different cars, and another group to scope out the plaza, and it was like genius. It was just, we didn't expect it to have such a huge turnout. But so we get there, and a group of girls with me walked around the plaza to check the place out, and then all of a sudden there's like hundreds of protesters there, because that's where the second march ended. And so we had Good Jobs LA and UCLA and a bunch of other people protesting with a bunch of normal people as well, and it was just beautiful to see like the bankers looking outside of their windows. We were right in the middle of Bank of America and Wells Fargo on the right, and so really quickly they put down like maybe 6 tents that just like flopped out really easily. We put them there, and we were just like chanting and protesting, and all of a sudden tons of police and riot gear just surrounded us. Paddy wagons, there was a big paddy wagon and 2 vans that showed up, and that was the rest of the day. Then the clergy started coming by, priests and monks and stuff, and that was just beautiful the way it just turned out. And we all sat in a prayer, and we're telling the cops, join us, come, we're peaceful. We're not the people that you should be arresting. We're not the people that you should be calling criminals. It's the people in those buildings. So after it got to 4 o'clock, and they told us, okay, you guys have to get out of this unpermitted space or you will be arrested. So a lot of people left onto the plaza side where it was safe to be, but it was 46 of us who stood our ground in a circle. We formed a human chain. I was linked to this elderly man who was 96 years old, and he was shivering, but it was his first activist moment, and we were both just like so pumped to be there, and we could hear our heartbeats going, and I just would not take my smile off of this one specific cop named Rudolph. But it was just.
Was he cute?
No, he wasn't cute.
Understandably wise.
Yeah, he was a wise one. But there were a couple cute ones. But
oh, really? Yeah. Isn't that weird when you're about to get arrested? You like look out there and go, oh, there's a couple hot ones there.
Yeah. No, but so we were completely surrounded, and then cops formed 2 by 2, a line apart from the ones that were completely surrounded, and wouldn't make eye contact with us, and just like we're robots, with batons and rubber bullet guns, and it was just really intense at that point, because then they took down the tents, and so everybody on the outside apparently couldn't see us from out there, so we just kept shouting at them like, we're still here, and we were just waiting till they got closer and closer, and we were just chanting at them, we are peaceful, and just telling them things like, protect us first and serve comes second, like you really don't want to arrest this elderly man here, and just saying all these things, and finally I cracked a smile on that one police officer I was staring at, and a lot of my friends that were with me said that they saw tears coming out of this one policeman in particular. So we were finally able to humanize ourselves with the police there, and so they finally got to me. I was one of the last ones to get cuffed, and they said it was completely non-aggressive for me. For a couple of my other friends, it was a lot more intense, and they said things like, you queer bags, and really nasty things. But luckily for the girls mostly, we got it off pretty easy. So they took us, and once we got there, really nice to us. It was just like a joke. They let me use the bathroom when I asked, and I used the bathroom while I was cuffed, but it was it was a line of like 46 of us, and even in the line while we were getting processed, we were chanting and singing, and it was so fun. And a lot of them got isolated because it was just a whole awesome experience to be there. And at 5 o'clock in the morning, the women got bailed out first. It was a $100 bail. And
So did you have to stay overnight?
yeah, pretty much we stayed there. And
Were you guys all in one cell, or was it
just the women and the men got separated, and so the women got placed in separate holding cells. Like I mean, we got in this one holding cell. The phones didn't work, so we got moved again and then again, and finally we got to this like hotel-looking holding cell that was like 2 floors, and we ate breakfast at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was freezing. But at like 5 o'clock, they on the intercom they were like, "Okay, ladies, you're out of here. Don't celebrate, but just pack your bags and pack your things." And
don't
we didn't have
celebrate?
anything.
Why couldn't you celebrate?
I don't know. Yeah.
Don't be happy.
Yeah.
But you get to go.
Yeah, but you get to go. And so we were just like, what? That was it? That was too easy. And so we got out, and Scott was waiting out there for us, Richie, and a bunch of other people. They fortunately had enough money to bail us out. Like 4 people were bailed out by their friends and family, but the rest of us were bailed out by the awesome occupiers here. So we know now that we can count on these people, and it was just so beautiful.